Twale Welcome to Twale TV, Twale TV Sports. Welcome back. Manchester United, Nottingham Forest. Well done, Manchester United. I can't see much difference in my perception of Manchester United. Really good, but not good enough to go for the title. Well, maybe I'm speaking too soon. You never know. I can't see them, derailing Arsenal with their form and their consistency, even though they've had, 9 games consecutively unbeaten. And they were beaten by the only person Arsenal lost to. So it's game equal. So right on that note, Man U, they are quite compact, aggressive, balanced, and settled. But because of the amount of points, between them and Arsenal, I can't see them derailing Arsenal. And it's still a long way, but the next 9-10 games will determine. Okay, so Man U fans, you have every reason to be excited, but don't get too carried away. The title doesn't seem to be in your, kind of corner. For now, we can only see Manchester City and Arsenal, when talking about the title. Manchester United, you're around about there, but the next few games to 9-10 games will determine whether you're part of the pack. So that's that on Manchester United development. This one, let's please take a minute to listen to this very carefully. Everton are now considering, in fact, they are speaking to Bielsa, former Leeds manager. In my view, this might look like another big mistake. Bielsa is a manager that is known for high press, high energy, a relentless form of energy. If you're playing Leeds under Bielsa, even right now, Marsh, the new manager, the American guy, he carries on the same philosophy. So if you're playing Leeds under Bielsa, I'm talking about, you have to be fully fit. You have to be extremely fit because the way they play is like, I could just imagine them in training, being locked up in a football cage and asked to run for 10 hours non-stop. Because they run at you non-stop for 90 minutes. So if you have Bielsa to come to Everton, it will be like a new overhaul, a new, complete change of philosophy, complete change of style of play, complete change of idea. So that kind of, achievement, my God, is going to take them like few games to 10 games. And then what happens? The season is only few games left. So it might be a risk from that point of view, in my view, that before Bielsa, I said Bielsa, before Bielsa can actually get Everton to be his team, it might be too late. The season might be just, over. If not, so we'll see. We'll see. Just my suspicion that this guy, to change Everton to the way he plays normally, would take a while. And Everton, they haven't got time. You haven't got time when you're the last of the table. Well, you're the last on the table, and we have played half of the games of the season. So it's a bit risky. Well, I wish them luck, but a more concerning one for me regarding Everton still is this young aspiring talent from Everton. Probably their best talent, Gordon. Chelsea touted, around getting him and not getting him in the transfer window, but we didn't follow up. For some reason, I wasn't too impressed that we were chasing him and willing to pay £60 million for just a new Premier League player. It's new. It's just been used by Lampard. And then all of a sudden, Chelsea wanted to buy. I can see the talent. I can see all the potentials. But, excuse me, why trying to pay £60 million for Gordon when you have Alan Saint-Maximin of Newcastle available for 45M? Excuse me. Sometimes these club owners, they need to ask we fans for advice. Serious. It might sound stupid. Club owners need to ask fans for their advice. Because we know football. We watch it, we live it, we drink it, we eat it, we sleep it. Okay, they are businessmen. We know our team. So I would rather take Alan St. Maximan from Newcastle all day, all night, all week, all year, all decade long before going for Gordon. Because Alan St. Maximan is everything. Dribble, pace, count. So Gordon, on the other hand, is extremely talented kid, young, English. You need more English players in your team, obviously. So, but that notwithstanding, excuse me, Chelsea are now going for him again. This is why I brought this forward. Chelsea and Arsenal are now interested in signing Gordon from Everton. So how the new manager, whoever they sign as a new manager, whether Bielsa or somebody else, how the new manager sees that, whether they will let him go or let him stay, it depends on, I don't know. But I think Chelsea should look for, they should look for somebody more credible and more established. We have so many young talents now, getting Gordon with all these kids. I've said it might be a good fortune for Graham Potter because these kids would have no choice but to live by his dream, his philosophy, his idea, rather than, having these ego, big, short players that would disrupt the dressing room. Okay? So if Graham Potter can have all these kids playing for him and we're winning things, then I think it's good. Okay? But if we don't start to get good results, we don't start to get results now, whatever formula we think of regarding these new talents at Chelsea and Graham Potter, whatever formula, if we don't win things, I'm still very skeptical. It's all about winning games, and Graham Potter hasn't started winning games. Okay? So we have enough young talents at hand, but I don't know about Gordon. Caicedo, from Brighton to Chelsea. We're interested in Caicedo. Yeah, that sounds like a sensible deal because N'Golo Kante is running his contract down last couple of months or few months, and the brother doesn't seem like he wants to sign, or maybe he's trying to bargain for a big deal, a proper contract. These players, when they're nearing the end of their career or like in their late 20s or early 30s, going to their mid 30s, they always look for that big payday before they retire. So I won't be surprised if Conte stays, if N'Golo Kante stays at Chelsea, that means he's stalling to get a better deal. But if he leaves, then it's okay for us to pursue Caicedo because that's a good kid, a good, brilliant midfielder. So that's that on Caicedo to Chelsea. Now, let's go to boxing, right? I was listening to news and I heard Chris Eubank Jr. complaining that elbow was used in the boxing fight that he lost with a serious knockout. Hey, excuse me, Chris. I'm your fan. I don't want you to go down that route. Please, you've been a gentleman. You've been a good sportsman. You showed a good sportsmanship when you went up to that guy and you embraced him. You shook his hands. That's a good sportsman. Don't go back again trying to tell us that it was an elbow. It doesn't matter. It's boxing. Whether it was an elbow or not, the referee missed it. So don't tell us. You've been whooped. Proper whooping. In boxing, it takes one punch. It takes one punch. No matter how good you are. It takes one punch, wrong place, wrong time, right place, wrong time, whichever way you want to call it. If you get licked by one punch and you can't recover, go and ask Anthony Joshua from that blobby guy that beat him in Saudi Arabia. And then he came back to beat him. So it's not funny. It's funny when that happens in boxing. The so-called favorite get knocked out by the underdog just with one punch, unexpected. So, Chris, please, don't go there. We don't want to hear the story of some elbow from that. Nah, excuse me. The guy beat you. End of. So that's that on that. But a development coming this weekend. If you're a true boxing fan, I know we talk English Premier League most of the time on this channel, but we do go into sports, other sports. So boxing this weekend, don't miss it. Anthony Yard against this guy, Ato Babitev. Yeah, Ato Batabiev. Okay, don't miss it. Okay, it's a unification fight. The guy is coming with all his belts, the Batabiev guy, And it's 18 wins, 18 knockouts. Don't let that scare you. Anthony Yarde is no rookie either. He's like 23-2, okay? 2 losses in 23 fights. So it's going to be an explosive fight, light heavyweight. Babitev is coming with IBO, WBC, WBO belts. So please don't miss it. 2 explosive fighters. I'm looking forward to this. Seriously. Don't miss it. Yard against, I call him Yardy. Anthony Yard and Arthur Batabiev. Don't miss it this weekend. We just thought we'd let you know. It's going to be an interesting fight, and we're going to cover that. We are covering that. We're doing a podcast on that fight. And that's that really. Before we go this evening, let's touch. This is bad news for me, really. Kolo Toure got sacked by Wigan after just under 60 games. Yeah, about 58 or 59 games. He got sacked. 58 days. Okay. He played 9 games. He lost. He didn't win anyone. He lost 6, 3 draws. So I don't like it. I like brothers who come into management, especially, to excel, to succeed. So sorry to hear that. Kolo Toure, recharge and come back again now. No wahala, my brother. Yeah? Go back home. Go to Africa. Go for cleansing, for prayer, everything. Get proper anointing and come back. Yeah? Don't worry. The sky is not the limit. It's the launching pad. Come back. So we're always proud to big up our brothers whenever they're doing well in sports. So well done, Kolo Toure. You tried your best. You did your best after so many years as assistant manager under what's my friend's name? Rogers. So you now have to start all over. We feel for you, okay? So, but don't worry. Don't let your chin down. Chin up, okay? And then we thank the likes of my brother's name from Man City. Flying the flag now. Kompany, Vincent Kompany. Thank you, Vincent. He's flying the flag for us. Fantastic guy. Is actually made his name. Okay, this is his debut in the English league. In the championship, he came and he's been the lead since he's been there. He's been leading championship since the beginning. So well done, Vincent Kompany. We appreciate that. So that's that really. And then if I may touch base on the banter somebody threw at me yesterday, the last podcast when the light went out on us towards the last couple of minutes of the podcast. And, I was battling with the light, but it was still bright enough for you to see my face. And then the podcast ended without the light coming back. So there was some reaction in the studio, some trick or trip or whatever, But this is what one Arsenal fan. I don't know what's wrong with you Arsenal fans. I've been talking good about you. All of a sudden, all the banters I'm getting are from Arsenal fans. The guy goes, the NEPA bill I'm owing in Nigeria, they are still chasing me. And they are here in UK. That's why they come to disconnect my lights. So I don't know how that sounds funny. NEPA coming to UK to disconnect my lights while I'm recording. I beg, stop that. Even though it sounds funny to you, it's not funny to me. NEPA chasing me in UK. I beg, stop that. So anyway, thank you for that. I like it. Yeah? We like the banters. Bring it on. So thank you, folks. We just thought we'd touch base tonight. No football. So we have to look forward to the weekend. And then I can't wait. We're going to start doing a countdown with Arsenal because the next 10 games for Arsenal is going to be so crucial to them winning the title. And I have decided we'll keep a separate segment for that. Every game Arsenal plays in the Premier League now onwards, we will be watching, we will be analyzing very, very critically to give the reasons why we think Arsenal are in it to win it. Okay? I believe they are in it to win. I believe they're going to win it. Really. City have only just woken up against Tottenham and then against the Wolves. So City haven't really picked momentum to prove that they can derail Arsenal. Okay? Arsenal have been leading from the beginning of the season and they're still leading. So we're going to do a countdown of the next 10 games. So which will give them at least a room to feel, yes, we're champions. And we will be watching. Especially for those people who think they can't do it. This is the time everyone should then decide or make up their mind. We know on this channel, particularly yours truly, I know the next 10 games will decide and determine Arsenal's fate. I suspect their fate that they will survive. they would overcome the hurdle. But to those doubters, to the haters, we want to prove to you as the 10 games goes along that this is our reason that we think Arsenal can win the league or are going to win the league. Because City, we need to win 10 games on the trot to give Arsenal any headache. Arsenal, on the other hand, don't need to be under any pressure. They have been winning constantly. Their confidence is boosted. They are on a different level. So they are not picking momentum. They're just going with the flow. City needs to pick momentum and build momentum. That's a big difference. The momentum has been with Arsenal. They're just living and cruising. They're cruising with their momentum. So whoever wants to catch them would have to build the same momentum. City, they haven't built that. They've only started playing like City, that win against Tottenham, from 2-0 down to win 4-2. And then they whooped Wolves, and then we'd have to watch Man City as well, their next 6 games. If they have another draw, another defeat like they've been doing since the beginning of the season, then forget the season is over. Especially when Arsenal, don't really change from who they are and what they are, and what they have been since the beginning of the season. Anyway, enough of me talking. Anyway, have a lovely evening, and we'll catch up tomorrow. Daily Podcast is back. Twale TV Sports. Go to our Twale TV Sports online on YouTube and subscribe to this channel, please. We beg you. And then go to Twale TV Entertainment and subscribe as well. We need your subscription. That's what we feed on. That's what we live on. It's free. Anyway, go and do that for us. We love you, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow. Hasta la vista, baby. Ciao. Odaro.
Twale